FEMA has awarded South Carolina several $1 million to eligible survivors, but the deadline to make a claim is fast approaching. Let's welcome back Nikki Gaskins Campbell, Media Relations Specialist at FEMA's Joint Information Center. And we're talking about the aftermath of Hurricane Ian. And so there were some homes damaged, if not completely lost here in South Carolina.
Yeah. So, you probably remember Hurricane Ian made landfall near Georgetown September 30th. It seems so long ago, but at the same time, it seems like yesterday in some regards. Preliminary damage assessments were conducted. Charleston County was one of 3 counties deemed eligible for FEMA's Disaster Assistance Individual Assistance Program. Then once preliminary damage assessments were conducted in the affected areas, it was determined 17 homes were destroyed. Wow. 232 sustained major damage and 82 sustained minor damage. The state then requested a disaster declaration. Biden, the president, approved that, which then allowed FEMA to come in and offer disaster assistance to those who were impacted by Hurricane Ian.
So for anybody who wants to take advantage of that assistance, there is a deadline and they need to apply before.
They need to apply by January 23rd. We're really trying to drive that home. Don't delay. I can tell you there are still people to this day still continuing the recovery process. Yeah. We have our hazard mitigation specialist team set up in Horry County right now, which is one of the counties impacted by Hurricane Ian. And we do have people come up who are telling us even several months after the fact, they are continuing to do cleanup. So we want people to know that if you do need disaster assistance, we want them to start the cleanup process. People are still continuing to clean up, but go ahead and continue to do that. And then don't delay. Most importantly, your insurance is going to be your first line of defense. So whether you are a renter who suffered damage as a direct result of Hurricane Ian or a homeowner, file with your insurance first, because that's so critical. By law, FEMA cannot duplicate insurance payments. So for example, if you file with your insurance because you sustained major roof damage to your home, you can't then turn around if your insurance says, okay, we're going to cover that. You can't turn around and say, okay, FEMA, now what are you going to give me for that? Yeah. You can't double dip. So it's so important to start that process first. File with your insurance. Keep any receipts that you may have that you went out and made repairs or purchased equipment to help make repairs, because that can also help with the assistance program through us.
Let me ask you this. What's the process like? Because once you do apply for FEMA assistance, then what is the timeline? How long does it take to get approved? How long does it take to receive funds?
That's almost a loaded question, because it really truly depends on if you answer everything correctly on the registration when you are applying. And what could cause a delay is if you do not file with your insurance first. Now, if you are uninsured or underinsured, we want you to reach out to us. If you live in either Charleston, Georgetown, or Horry County, and you suffer damage as a direct result of Hurricane Ian, in terms of how quickly you can get that money, if you are deemed eligible, we want to get that funding to you as quickly as possible so you can get back on the road to recovery. We can get it to you in a matter of days if you do direct deposit. Obviously, if you prefer a check through the mail, that's going to take a little longer, but our goal is to get that funding to you if you are in fact deemed eligible as quickly as possible.
And let me ask you this, is it taxable?
It is not. It's grant money. It's grant money that does not have to be repaid. So we want people to be aware of that, but it's so important that if you are deemed eligible, that you use the funding for your recovery. You can't get FEMA assistance and say, okay, I think I'm going to go buy me a big TV screen, a big TV, or go on a vacation. It's so vital that you use that funding that you receive or may receive for your recovery.
Does FEMA keep track of how that money is spent?
Well, just like the IRS, if you were to be possibly audited, you may have to repay that. So it's so important. Keep your receipts too. So just keep that in mind. Use the money for your recovery.
All right. So make sure that you do adhere to the deadline. That's the 23rd. That's
yes.
a Monday.
Yes.
And for people who want more information, where should they go?
They can go to disasterassistance.gov. That's the website to register. That's one of the preferred ways. You can also call us at 1-800-621-3362. Again, 1-800-621-3362. And you can also register through the FEMA app. All 3 of those ways are going to direct you to your registration.
Perfect. Nikki, thank you so much. Appreciate your help. We're back after this.